Hey guys, Don here. Welcome to Podiatry Practice Mastery, where we're helping you bring your practice to the $1 million mark and beyond. I want to let people know I think I'm going to take a little break from doing these $1 million minutes, only because I'm switching to this new EMR and it's taking up my extra bandwidth. And also, I feel like it's getting a little repetitive with the things that I do. Maybe it's repetitive to me, maybe it's not to you. So if you guys feel strongly other way around, send me an email, don@podiatrypracticemastery.com, if you really like these $1 million minutes, and I'll start them back up, or maybe I'll do them at a less frequent basis. But with everything else going on in life, with ModMed, and I think I mentioned before my dad with dementia, you can only do so much stuff. But I'm going to talk a little bit about my this was a recording from on a Tuesday. I had a half day because then I traveled to something called Strategic Coach, so I'll tell you a little bit about that experience there as well. Okay, so the first patient was a Swift. This was Swift number 1. Actually, Swift number 2, this little girl, and then we did Cantharidin for her, and then she brought in her brother as well, who's got warts, so I did him for Swift as well. I find for little kids, I just have to distract them, like usually video games kind of work okay, so they can sit there and tolerate it. For her, I was able to get up to a 7. For him, I could get up to a 6, and I did 6 in each location. Next patient was a orthotic number 1 patient. This is an X-ray patient with metatarsalgia, kind of having this foot pain, so using the orthotics to offload the mechanics of the foot in the front. Next patient was a follow-up flexor tenotomy. This is one I did flexor tenotomies 2, 3, 4, and 5 in the office. I've never done that many before, but his were all flexible. It was causing him difficulty walking, and now they're all straight, so they look fine. He's happy with it, and he's hoping to get back to do more walking. They were all kind of like curved down. Next patient was a new patient that came in, bilateral partial nail avulsion and some foot pain, so we got x-rays. Next patient was Swift follow-up. So this patient, he's a 71-year-old man. He did this wart for like 20 years, and he was able to get rid of them after 4 Swift treatments, and this was a 3-month follow-up. They were completely gone. I did lesion destruction with silinocaine just in case there's any that were remaining there, but they look pretty clear. Next patient was a CaryFlex. She's a 29-year-old nurse that always comes in once or twice a year, and when we do the CaryFlex, she has a injured toenail at the base, so she only has the base of that toenail. Next patient was a patient that had a central foot wound. It's been there for a long time. She had a big surgery there in the past. She has a really difficult foot. All the toes are amputated, so just kind of a difficult foot. I did send her to the wound center just because I feel like it's going to be easier for her to get the care that she needs there than with me. I don't do a ton of wounds. Next patient was a shockwave number 5 out of 6. And then the next patient was a patient who had a bunion and flat feet, and we talked about shoe changes and metatarsalgia, and we did an office visit for her. She opted, I think she didn't want x-rays for her, and she'll just come back as needed. And the last one was number 5 out of 6. Okay, so I want to tell you a little bit about Strategic Coach. So what happens with this is it's a coaching program I've been going to, I think it's been about 10 years now. And when I was finishing residency, I tried a lot of different ways to grow my practice. I tried like Toastmasters, I tried BNI, I tried a lot of other things, and I couldn't. And I started in my own local mastermind, which was a neat group. We got together for 3 or 4 hours once a month, which was good. But I find I want to be part of something and not create something, so this Strategic Coach has been good for me. It's a group of people. It's about 30 people in the room. You get to know them. You see them every 3 months, and then we go over our kind of what progress we had in the last 3 months, and kind of what our focus is for the next 3 months. And it gets your head out of the business a little bit. I think there's something to be said about getting out of your own practice. There was with this group, this is a different group than normal. Usually there's just one cosmetic primary care doctor. She was not there today. There was one dentist and there was one psychiatrist. But a lot of us, we're not talking as much about medicine. We're talking more about the business of medicine and how to be more profitable, how to get your largest check, how to give more value to patients, and how to increase revenue. So my main takeaway from this is I want to get this practice rep position going, because I think with a 4-doctor practice, I think there is enough bandwidth for this practice rep to do a good job and to help bring in patients into the office and set up like meets and greets and and lunch and learns and things like that. And we don't have a dedicated staff currently that can do that. So that is kind of my main takeaway. I think that's going to be one of the big leverage points right now to get our fourth doctor a lot busier. Because all three of us, we are the three partners, we are busy, but we want to get this fourth doctor busier, and then we want to kind of expand beyond that. A couple of other takeaways. I'm struggling a little bit with it. Is I would like to somehow delegate or find someone that we feel confident enough to do some of the shockwave, because that's taking up a lot of time, as you can see in my schedule. Like, if I'm doing 6 sessions on patients, or even 3 sessions, it's a lot of office visits that could be seen by new patients. Now, whether or not there are the new patients to fill in there, I'm not sure. So it's filling up. My patient is filling up, but it would be nicer if I could find someone, and maybe even not have to. So instead of me seeing that, like a day of shockwave, for example, they could do that, and then I could take a day off or something else like that. So those are kind of the big takeaways with from my coaching session. But I think it's good to get out, get your mind free, and so even coming to visit other offices and things like that. A couple of other ideas I had is I'm wanting to grow Podiatry Practice Mastery. So I have a membership site there where people can join. I think it's for $97 a month. And it's not really growing. I'm having a hard time dedicating time to it. As you can imagine, it's just hard with a practice. So my takeaway from the coach is I am considering, there's a gentleman I know, his name is Al, and he did some work on our website. He's a marketing guy, and he does newsletters. This is his whole thing. So currently, Podiatry Practice Mastery, the membership is producing about $2,000 a month, a little over $2,000 a month. And it's good, but it's relative to what I earn in the practice. It's not as much. So I'd like to reinvest that, and I think the idea would be having him do a newsletter once a week. He would do newsletters once a week for me, and then kind of offering, my foot audit, my having people come and visit, things like that. So this is kind of another thought for like Podiatry Practice Mastery of how to get more people in it. I was offered a few other things. I'm having a little struggle with it, so if you guys have any great ideas, let me know. But one option is I've talked to Barry Block about doing Podiatry Management Minute. But to do anything in like 2 or 3 minutes, I find it a little challenging to talk about different topics. I did a couple of videos for him for that. And just kind of finding time, and then it's not just the recording of the audio ideas, it's then like getting it to him, getting an intro. I don't know if I'm going to do it just on a podcast or if we need to add in the transcript in it. So it's all the complexities that go along with it. And then another thing is he offered, it'd be nice to write. So write up some of these ideas in like the Podiatry Management magazine. That would be a way potentially to grow my online course type of thing. So those are a couple of things I'm looking at. That these are my takeaways. I'm just letting you know what was on my mind from this course. And then I want to be frank, I also have certain ideas. I'm like, oh man, I should just quit all of this and not do any of it. But part of the reason I keep doing it is because it gives me energy. It's something that I enjoy doing. I don't do it as much for the money. It's nice to make a little money, but it's more because I enjoy helping. I enjoy learning with others, and that's one of the benefits of doing these things. Okay, so I'm probably going to take a little hiatus of doing these daily ones. I'm probably going to. I think I have a lot of scheduled once a week ones out there, and then. But I'd love to hear back from you guys. If you guys are enjoying this, if you're getting benefit, shoot me an email. I get emails once in a while here, but it's kind of a lonely road as well. If you are producing any content, you know that. You just kind of produce, and I think people listen, but they don't kind of comment. But I think that's the nature of the beast. Okay, have a great day, guys, and we'll let you know. We're getting ready. We're T-minus, I think, 9 days till we go live with ModMed, so I'll let you know how it's going.